Okay, welcome to the COVID kitchen casino once again, or the kitchen computer casino. I have a series going right now on my regular table. Um, I have an 18-inch wheel. You've probably seen it a million times online here. But anyway, somebody asked me a question about the patterns here that I was working with back in 2017 and asked me to do an update on that. So yeah, I have a whole bunch of representations of roulette wheels here, um, each representing each number that's on the table, right? And I just rolled one. I rolled a number over here, and this table I've never actually gathered data from this table and put it into this chart. So let's see, the number 34. We go over to the number 34 here. Oop, number 34. And everything that's in color has come out before. The blues have come out 3 times after the number 34. Greens have come out twice after the number 34. And yellows have come out once after the number 34. So I know in any pattern setting, what hasn't happened before will happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play everything that has not come up from these patterns, right? So I'm going to play everything that's still blank. So the things that have not come up, that's what I'm going to play tonight. And we'll see what happens there. So 34, the single zero has never come up, the 2, the 5, the 8, the 11, and the 4, the 12, the 10. And the reason I stopped kind of doing this was it's a pain in the ass. I mean, to actually work this system at a casino, I would need like a Rolodex full of cards with little pictures of roulette tables and patterns. And, I can't just pull it up on my phone because most of the casinos that I play on, they won't let you use your phone. So right now, my current bet is 17. So there's 17 numbers that have not come up after the 34. And let's see if one of those numbers comes up now. We're going to spin it again. And nope, it's a repeat. So after the 34, the 33 came out. So that has now come out twice in a row. So I'm going to turn that green. So there's two ways to do this. You play the ones that have already repeated themselves and proven themselves. 34 came out. All of these numbers have come out afterwards. So let's play those numbers. Those are the ones that come out after it. Right? And we just moved up a notch here. We just moved up to number 33. A lot of numbers followed that. But I'm going to play the ones that have not followed it. Hoping for something new here because number one, I've never used this table with this system before. And number two, this data that is on the screen here is over 2 years old. So I haven't looked at this in quite a while because I kind of stepped away from it, like I said, because it's just a pain in the ass. So these are all the numbers that have not come up after the 33 was rolled. And let's see what happens there. And obviously, a number that has already come up came up again. So number 3, number 15 came up. It came up once, now it came up twice. I'm turning it green. So now we're down $31. Let's go to the number 15, which came up here. That would be on the second page of the second 12. I have 3 pages on this spreadsheet: first 12, second 12, third 12. It was just easier than having them all on one page. So here's the number 15. Okay, so we have quite a few come up twice, quite a few come up once, but nothing really came out 3 times, 4 times. So Maybe we'll find something new here. We got 3, 6, 9, 5, 14, 15, 18, 21, 20, 19, 22, 23. And these are all the numbers that have not come up after the 15 was rolled. So we're looking for something new to come up. 28, 31, 32, 35, 36. So what I did was just kind of reverse the pattern. I could have played everything that was colored. In other words, everything that had come up or come up twice. Um, but I'm playing everything that has not come up yet. And what I'm going to do is double this bet because we're already down 31. So we need to make, and the current bet's 19. So that puts me in like almost $50. Well, exactly $50. So I double it. Now I have 38 as a bet. So I'm putting $2 a piece, and that's a winner. Okay, so I won $70, but it only puts me up $3. All right, so 32 came out, and we had just played the 15. So 32 is brand new number. I'm gonna color that yellow. Now it's come up once. After a 15 came up, colored the 32 yellow. Came up once. You can play something like this if you're playing online, but trying to translate this to a casino is why I kind of abandoned this system like 2 years ago. All right, so let's go back to the third 12, and we're looking at the number 32. All right, number 32 must not have come up a whole lot. It looks like it stays on top a lot. All these have come up. Zeros never come after it, so we're going to just play the ones that have not come up after the 32. And we're putting a $1 bet on each one of those. Let's see, most of these have not come up. So the second 12 hardly comes up after a number 32 is rolled. And I'm hoping, I'm wrong here because I'm playing everything that has not come up. 32's never repeat itself. And so these are all the numbers that have not come up after a number 32 is rolled, because all these have come up. Okay, so let's play that. It's a $22 bet, and that's a winner. We won 35, but really the sum that we won was only 14. So right now we're only up 17, and it was after a 32. So we have a new number here on the table here, and we're going to color that yellow because that's the first time that the 18 has come up. So let's go over and look at the 18, which is on the second 12. See, so this is so complicated that, well, look at this. This purple, what is purple? Let's look at the purple. So 4 times out. So after the 18 came up, 13 came out 4 times. All the green ones came out twice. The yellow ones came out once. So we're going to play, everything that has not come out, because like I said, this is old data. So, you got to figure, the gravity of the earth has changed. Uh, the winds have changed over time. This is like at least 2-year-old data here that we're playing with. So things are going to change. So I'm playing everything that has not come up after the number 18. And we're here at the number 18. So everything that has not come up is in white, and everything else is in color. So let's see. This stuff has not come up here, 27 to 25. 28, 31, 35, 33. Okay. So we have 22 numbers that have not come up after a number 18 was rolled. So let's spin there and see what happens there. Okay, that's a winner. Okay. So now we're up, what, 32 bucks, and I think it looks like 8 runs. I can barely see that stuff. Let's see what it says. Okay, yeah, 8 runs. We're up 32 bucks. Uh, all right, so and a 1 came up. So the last one was an 18, and that's number 1. We're gonna turn that yellow. So if you got the idea, I mean, you can do this yourself if you want a copy of this spreadsheet for something to start with. But this data, like I said, is 2 years old at least. Um, Somebody commented on a video I made in 2017, and I happen to still have this data file. Um, and I was playing with this quite a bit when I was doing some online stuff. And what I actually ended up doing with this data, um, like the numbers that came out all the time, like the all the darker numbers, like the 13, the eight here, um, the ones that were most popular 4 times out, I would just play those, just those numbers, and I did pretty good on them. But I'm not going to go through the process of going through all 3 spreadsheets and finding out, okay, here we played a 22, we're going to play 36, 33, you know, and either way at the casino, it's just a real pain in the ass to do this. Now, online, you can do this, right? But let's do this one more time. We're looking at the number 1, so we're at our first bet. We got some dark numbers here. Got basically just about everything comes up after the 1. The 1 comes up a lot. That's all that means, is that the number 1 comes up a lot. So obviously there's going to be a lot of numbers coming up after the number 1. So let's try this. We're going to play the ones that have not come up after the number 1. And let's see how many of those there are. 16, 19, 20, 26. There's only 10 numbers on the table that have not come up after the number 1. So let's spin it right there. And it's a minus 10. All right, so we had what is that, a 7. The 7 had come up once. So now we're turning it green because now it came up twice. All right, and now we'll move to the number 7, which is at the top here. So the number 7, a lot of numbers have come up after that. So we're going to do double 0, the 1, 2, 3, the 6. These are all the numbers that have not come up. 7 hasn't repeated itself. Oops. 10 to 13, 18, 20, 19, 27, 26, 25. And this is why I stopped doing this. Okay, so the total bet is 10. So there's 10 numbers that have not come out after a number 7 is rolled. And I believe I collected this data from not only my wheel, the wheel that I roll myself with a ball and everything, but also 2 separate online casinos, or online roulette tables. So this is where I collected the data from 2 years ago, or up to 3 years ago. I guess the video this gentleman commented on was from 2017. So let's spin there, see if something new comes out. Yep, something new came out. Okay. So 13 came out after a 7, and that's the first time that happened. All right, so I'm going to turn that yellow. Now the 13 is at a one time out after a number 7. But like I said, if you take all the darkest numbers, these are the ones that came out the most, and just start playing those, I've done pretty well with that. Um, if you just stick with that, no matter you're not looking at the previous number. But anyway, I don't know if this data actually means shit. Actually, tell you the truth, because like I said, every number here after the number 3. Let's look at this. There's only this many numbers left. Eventually, it's all going to be yellow. They're all going to follow it eventually. But how long will that take? Right? That's the thing. So at any rate, I'm hoping this follow up was sufficient for the gentleman that asked me about it, and um, so I'm up $40 playing the stuff that has not come out after the numbers. But at least I had that data to play those numbers. So just working on data. It's all a crapshoot anyway. It's all chance or luck. And I wish you guys all the best of success playing roulette. You guys have a good night.